Hey, you having a hard time right now? Or think you may ever have a hard time in the future? This video is for you. I'm here to inspire you to suffer well. Suffering, pain, it sucks. I mean, my heart goes out to anyone out there dealing with heartbreak, dealing with loss, dealing with tragedy of some kind. Because that shit can send your mind into shambles and just plague your heart with agony. And it's like, what can we do about it? Oftentimes, we can't actually change the situation, okay? But I want to remind you that there is great purpose within your suffering. Even if you're sick right now, have some kind of physical pain, emotional chaos, mental distress, there is great purpose and meaning and even happiness to be found in there. Let's get into it. The strongest characters, the lions amongst men, have been forged in the infernos of deep suffering. My friends, you've never seen a very strong man without many scars. I want you to recognize that no matter how shitty the situation is right now, it's going to pass. This pain will inevitably pass. And I want you to think back to all that you've been through before. And like you were okay on the other side. You made it out. You maybe even made it out stronger, okay? The situation is no different here. Fear of the pain and uncertainty about the duration makes the suffering doubly worse, okay? But when we recognize and have faith, like, yo, this is going to pass very soon, right? And I'm going to be stronger for it. When we recognize that and have faith, all of a sudden we can stand up a little stronger towards the pain. We can bear it a little better. And because of that, the pain, the suffering actually decreases when we resolutely fix our will and spirit, to be stronger with it. In my book, soon to be launched, The Psychology of Slaying Dragons, I have a line in there that says, the same pain cripples one man and leads another to the stars. My friends, how you engage with suffering is deeply meaningful. You may feel like, oh, dragged down, all tired, all in pain, all heartbroken. But how you engage with that state, my friends, literally determines who you become. When we have a positive relationship with suffering and learn to step up and bear it well, not only does it strengthen the spirit, evolve the character, but also when it passes, right, you will be left feeling lighter in all ways, right? I was just sick recently with a cold. But when I finally got over it, just smelling again through my nose, like tasting solid foods, getting outside, moving again, was absolutely exquisite. Suffering, pain, it's purifying. It's there to return you back to your baseline, right? So bear up under it well, my friends. So many blessings come from it. Not only the physical, mental rejuvenation when it passes, but also, my friends, every time we can step up to the plate and bear up under suffering and bear our cross through adversity, we add another stone to that spiritual temple we are building, right? We strengthen and grow this spiritual self within through developing our relationship with the unknown and discomfort. So knowing all this, the question is how are you going to bear this hardship that you're enduring right now? The weak part inside of us is praying for an end, cowering in fear, escaping by any means necessary. But I want you to remind you that the warrior within says, bring it on. To bear this well is actually great fortune. Take pride in your contest with fate. Stop being weak, letting your knees shake, and just crying under this burden you're carrying. My friends, my greatest fear is not being worthy of the sufferings I bear, said Fyodor Dostoevsky. I love that quote, my friends, because guess what? There's a giant within you that is absolutely equal to whatever you're facing. And it is heroic. It takes an act of self-overcoming in order to invoke that warrior within and face down and actually rise into and upward with, the pain, the uncomfortability you are enduring. But when you do that, my friends, when you resolutely face what is before you and rise to the occasion, something magical happens. A most profound joy comes from the elevation of the spirit above all mortal circumstances and all the pains and pressures of, earthly life. True joy is hidden on the other side and even within the suffering and the pain you're experiencing right now. When you can rise over yourself, my friends, when you can overcome limitation, when you can gain victory over what you are facing and even over yourself, that is where great cheer comes from, my friends. I want to leave you with a final story, okay? A few months back, I had to take a cross-country trip to go, skiing. And on the way there, I got sick. Okay, like I was feeling really sick when I woke up, driving this, feeling miserable, feeling tired, and I like 6 hours to go, right? Simultaneously, I'm going through deep heartbreak, like terrible heartbreak. And my mind is just tormenting me. I'm going through grief, and man, it was a state of really immense suffering on that car ride. And after like an hour or two of that, I literally got so fed up, right? And I threw on a new album I was listening to and just started jamming and just started dancing out, right? And all of a sudden I tapped into this superior self within, the warrior within, right? And it cracked open the heart of the warrior. It deepened my presence. And all of a sudden, like new insights were arriving in my mind. I felt like, wow, I'm coming into a new beginning. Like it's gonna be all right. And furthermore, even, ounces and amounts of happiness and joy started to erupt inside of me. Like a joy, a bliss that I didn't even see as remotely possible just like hours or minutes before. My friends, to bear what you are suffering well, heroically, with self-overcoming is honestly one of the greatest callings in life and for the warrior. So I hope, my friends, this fired up the warrior spirit within you and inspired you to rise into whatever challenge you are facing. Thanks for being here, my friends. If you want to get my free guide or talk to me one-on-one, there's a free link in this description to apply for a free call with me. Thanks for being here. Peace.